What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and the other day we talked about this really crazy story coming out of NYC. No, not the orange smoke. That was crazy as well. But this story is even crazier, believe it or not. You see, several NYC politicians were tweeting about how they came up with this solution to battle the drug problem in NYC. They came up with a solution. And I saw this and I was wondering, well, what is this solution going to be? And they announced that they would unveil their solution one morning in the middle of NYC. That morning came, they unveiled their solution, and what their solution was basically a vending machine filled with crack pipes for junkies. Free crack pipes that taxpayers have to pay for. I'm not joking. I'm serious. I know that if you live in a big city, maybe this does not come as a surprise to you. But I assure you, most of America does not have vending machines with crack pipes in them, okay? I don't know, maybe it's been normalized where you live. And if it has been, maybe you need to think about where it is that you live. Maybe you need to get away from an area where, the drug problem is so bad that politicians come up with solutions such as handing out free crack pipes and safe sniffer kits. Really weird. But anyway, that was the wild solution they came up with. Out of all the things in the world, they unveiled a vending machine, what I would call an enabling machine. I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm not a genius. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. But considering the fact that these vending machines were filled with free products and you have junkies, you kind of put two and two together, and the conclusion that I come up with is that a lot of these junkies will take the free items from the vending machines and then try to sell them for drugs. Right? But anyways, I'm here today to update you all on this story because I find it absolutely hilarious that literally like 2 to 3 hours after they unveiled this vending machine, it was wiped out completely. The only thing that was left was a couple of testing strips to test your drugs to see if it's fentanyl or not. They took all the crack pipes, they took all the sniffer kits, and they hightailed it out of there within hours. And now, junkies are complaining that they need to hurry up and restock the vending machine. And boy, oh boy, are they. They are restocking this vending machine every couple of hours with your taxpayer dollars. With your taxpayer dollars. They are sending people down here every few hours to have to literally fill this machine back up with free crack pipes. Because it is like Candyland out there, okay? These people are going crazy over this vending machine. Let's go ahead and dive into this article, but first, hit that thumbs up button. It really helps this channel grow, and we're on the road to 100,000 subs. So hit that like button. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. NYC's drug-themed vending machine cleaned out of crack pipes overnight. City officials' new drug-themed vending machine is a huge hit with local addicts who wasted no time cleaning it out overnight as they stocked up on its free crack pipes, lip balm, and Narcan. I find it funny that one of the top items in these vending machines is free lip balm. Because, you don't want your lips looking like Buddy from New Jack City. Chris Rock's character, I forget his name. But yeah, lip balm is one of the top I can't say selling. It's one of the top items that these junkies are getting for free. And, you know, if you live on the streets of NYC and you're kind of wondering why these weird people keep trying to sell you chapstick, it's because they're getting it for free from these vending machines and they're trying to use your money to buy more stuff. But let's go ahead and dive back in. Yes, I love it! Drug user Evelyn Williams told local news outlets while standing at the public health vending machine in Brownsville, Brooklyn on Tuesday. They put it in yesterday and it's empty already. By 1 p.m., a drug prevention program worker was starting to restock the machine with drug test strips, Narcan, and condoms, predicting that the vending machine would need to be refilled maybe at least 2 to 3 times a day, depending on which items go quite quickly. We have a lot of addicts and heroin users over here, Williams said. They should restock it immediately. Self-described crack smoker Minoshi Kalpe, 56, had walked away with the second-to-last product in the vending machine, a fentanyl test strip, around 11 a.m. while sniffing that the glass used for the free pipes might not be up to her standards. Okay, so this lady says, those free crack pipes, they ain't good enough for me. Y'all can keep them free crack pipes. I'm going to take the testing strips and I'm going to go sling them on the corner for crack. I mean, let's just be honest here. But isn't it crazy? They unveiled this thing at like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, and by 11 a.m. there was one product left. By 1 p.m. everything was gone. And they're saying we're going to have to restock this like 2 to 3 times a day. Now they're going to start putting these vending machines all over the city. And at what point do you really have to step back and be like, wait, we're spending millions upon millions upon millions of taxpayer dollars just giving out free crack pipes to everyone. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. But this is the mentality of some of the people who are running this country. These are the solutions that they come up with. And the point that I made in my last video on this topic is that these vending machines, they have to go somewhere. Imagine living somewhere and they put the vending machine next to your front door. They put the vending machine next to your apartment building. They put this vending machine next to your business, next to your job. Now you got junkies fighting over free crack pipes outside your house. Your kids aren't safe. You aren't safe. Your job's not safe. The city isn't safe. It's insane. But let's dive back into this article because Lord Almighty knows. I like the Pyrex because it's a little thicker, she said. Also saying that you can't even sell that vending stuff much because the programs will give you all that stuff. So she's upset that she can't really make a lot of money off the vending machine stuff. It shows you where these people's minds went off the rip. The crack pipes are a little too thin now, she said. She also has 6 children and 9 grandchildren. And every time I pull on the newer ones, the newer crack pipes, it was burning my lips. I was like, hell no. I like my lips too much for this. But you don't like your lips too much to smoke crack. Okay. I do my little crack here and there, she said. I smoke my pipe and I smoke my weed. I don't lace any of my stuff with that stuff. She then held up her fentanyl test strip and said while laughing, I'm trying to get high, not die, before dancing off down the street. Another man who rode by the depleted vending machine on a bicycle gave the thumbs up to a reporter and shouted, yeah! Elaine Quashi, the drug prevention worker, had not replenished the vending machine's supply of pipes by late afternoon, although he restocked some of its other products. We got a lot of positive feedback from some individuals that actually used the machine, and I think they were pleased to know that the items were actually free, he said. So with that being said, we had an idea that a lot of the selections will go very quickly. Happy that it did. At one point, a resident stopped by to grab one of the fentanyl testing strips that were being replenished. I want to make sure the ish ain't fentanyl before I use it, he said. I want to test it, what I buy first, so I know what it is. The machine installed in the drug-infested neighborhood Monday is the first of 4 new contraptions set to provide a slew of drug-themed items to the community, including drug smoking kits complete with pipes, mouthpieces, and lip balm, the overdose reversing drug Narcan and fentanyl testing strip, as well as odd items such as condoms, tampons, and nicotine gum. Now listen, kids, I know Big Papa Shogun, I'm starting to get a little old, but do any of you all remember when it was like illegal to smoke crack? Like when crack smokers wouldn't necessarily feel comfortable coming on the news like, yeah, I like smoking crack while dancing and shimmying down the street. You remember the good old days when like that stuff was kind of frowned upon? Kind of when, like, you know, that wasn't necessarily okay to do that. Man, the world has changed so much. But what's odd to me is that these people are comfortable spending so much money to continue to enable these addicts. Yet they won't take this money and put it to drug prevention programs. Instead of installing a free vending machine for crack pipes, why don't you build some programs, some businesses where these addicts can come to, some, you know what I mean, like places where these addicts can come to and get some type of counseling, some type of drug prevention counseling. I don't know. I just feel like I'm not sitting here saying that I have the answers to this problem, because I don't. But if you're going to spend this much money to enable addicts, why not spend that same amount of money trying to do whatever you can for these people? Honestly. Instead of putting, with all the money that they're spending to put these crack pipe vending machines around the city, they could have little medical tents around the city that would, I don't know, maybe help out addicts with their health issues. I don't know. I just know that there has to be a better solution than whatever the hell this is supposed to be. This is not fixing the issue. Far from it. It's going to make the issue even worse. Even worse. And it's like now at this point, people are funding this. Regardless if you're with it or against it, you gotta go. You're driving to work knowing, you're waking up in the work knowing that your taxpayer dollars are enabling addicts on the street. When you drive to your job and when you drive home and those addicts are walking down the street, when you try to take your girl out to a nice dinner and these people are dancing around with free crack pipes in front of the restaurant, you gotta live with yourself knowing that, hey, I'm funding that. You're funding this stuff. So not only is this just horrible, but it kind of drags everyone into being unwilling participants in this madness in a way. Does that make sense to you all? Like, you're an unwilling participant in funding the downfall of these junkies. And when society, I understand people have issues, go through drug problems, cool. But when it gets to the point that crack smokers are like openly talking about smoking crack, dancing around the news, going and getting free crack pipes from vending machines that taxpayers had to pay for, that's when you've just completely lost the plot. I don't know if there's any coming back from how far down the drain we have sunken. And if you're living in these areas, if you're living in these cities, you have to be looking around knowing what's going on. But the sad part is these people know there are issues, but many of them have just grown to accept it. Many of them vote for it. So it is what it is. I hope that where I live, it never gets this bad to where I gotta pass by crack pipe vending machines to go get me a Coca-Cola. Let me know your thoughts about this, though, down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.